Good evening, my name is John Reed. Today I'm going to give an informative speech over women in the military. From the American Revolution War to the present recent overseas contingency operations, women have served a vital role in the U.S. military. Ever since Mary Hayes replaced her husband when he collapsed at his cannon, women have continuously proven that the narrow stereotype limiting their choice of occupation was wrong. As women expanded into different roles in the U.S. military, it was clear that the heart of a warrior was not limited to one gender. Women have always served a vital role in the United States military. What most may not know is that women have not always been allowed to serve their nation. According to an article in Women's Memorial, women did not officially begin to serve in the military until the Army and Navy Nurses Corps were established in 1908. Prior to that, women served with the armed forces as contractors, volunteer nurses, cooks, and laundresses. Soon after this, women began to serve in many different MOSs within the military and in every branch of the armed forces. According to an article wrote by CNN.com, there are over 1.8 million women serving in the armed forces today. Today's military is 21.6% female. There are over 36,000 women in the officers' corps. Among the top ranks, 69 of the 976 generals and admirals are females. There have been 28 female generals in the Air Force, 19 in the Army, and 1 in the Marine Corps. 21 female admirals in the Navy. In addition, 18% of the 722,000 enlisted reservists and National Guard troops are females. 19% of their 113,000 officers are females. There are more than 90% of the career fields in the military open today to women. The only career fields that are not currently open to women are the ones that are considered to be combat arms, like the 11 series, the 13 series, and the 18 series. In May of 2012, the United States Army leaders announced that women would be eligible to enter combat-related jobs previously barred them by opening up military occupational specialties that were once only available to men. Female soldiers were now able to fill the ranks of certain combat units throughout the Army. According to Wikipedia, in 2013, an order was issued to end the policy of no women in units that are tasked with direct combat. On January 24, 2014, the U.S. Army announced that 33,000 positions that were previously closed to women would integrate in the upcoming months. According to an article written by the Stars and Stripes dated January 13, 2014, the Marine Corps and the Army, which have the largest number of military occupational specialties still closed to women, have accordingly to critics unclear and inconsistent approaches to integrating women fully into the forces by January 2016, which is a required date by the Secretary of the Army. Here are a few did you knows. Did you know in the fall of 1976, women enrolled in the military service academies only months after President Gerald Ford signed Public Law 94-106 establishing the admission of women into the academies. 119 women entered West Point, 81 entered the U.S. Naval Academy, and 157 enrolled at the U.S. Air Force Academy. Women also enrolled in the Coast Guard Academy and the Merchant Marine Academy. Did you know Dr. Mary E. Walker was awarded the Medal of Honor for her service as a contract surgeon in the Union Army during the Civil War? She is the only woman who has received the nation's highest military award. The medal was awarded for her work as a physician on the battlefield in a military hospital without regard to her own health and safety. Did you know, in 1993, Secretary of Defense Les Aspin ordered all services to open combat aviation to women, in spite of the recommendation by the President, Commission on the Assignment of Women in the Armed Forces, that Congress reinstate the ban. Secretary of Defense Les Aspin directed the Navy to draft legislation to repeal the combat ship exclusion, Title 10 U.S.C. 6015, as recommended by the Presidential Commission. Secretary of Defense Les Aspin directed the Army and Marine Corps to study opening more assignments to women. Among female enlisted ranks, 30.5% of the women are represented in the medical MOSs. 30.1% are represented in the administrative MOSs. Women make up about 17% of supply units, 14% of the communication staff, and 10% of the electronics technicians. Healthcare was the top field for female officers at 39%. They make up nearly 28% of the administrative officers, 19% of the intelligence officers, and 18% of the supply officers. Over the last 106 years, there have been over 486,000 women that have served in a conflict that the United States military was a part of. There have been 92 women captured and held as prisoners of war. There have been approximately 943 women killed in combat since women have been allowed to serve. Women have served a vital role and continue to serve a vital role in the United States Armed Forces. Without the dedicated women who serve our nation today, our nation would not be what it is today. Women have a vital role in the United States Army, Marine Corps, Navy, and Coast Guard. Without them, we wouldn't be what we are today. Thank you.